I'm Nikki.
And I'm Natalie. And we got next.
You next up and you ain't been on Sports Like Talk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit them up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Keep the queens go hard. Rise and star on the big team. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, heard it say go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
Yeah, SLT Nation. Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, we're talking about rising stars who are doing amazing things and accomplishing big dreams. And wait, it is a family affair today. I want to call it a nominations video because y'all see it. Nah, your mind ain't playing tricks on you. We got two of the dopest volleyball coaches across the coast to coast, the globe. They in the building with us today. So we're going to call this an SLT special. Can we do that, KT? This is a You Got Next special. It's 2-on-2, me and Kev versus Nikki Cannon below me and Natalie Burton on the left side of me. How y'all doing today?
Great. Awesome. How are you?
Yeah, y'all can see it. The sun's still blinging on her. You know what I'm saying? Now we got one in California. We got you in California, Nikki, and we got you in Colorado. So y'all look out for them out there because we got some big things coming your way. Buckle up. This is about to be an amazing episode. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, Mr. Yeet himself. And I want to represent for my partner in crime, my brother from another mother, the head coach. And Kevin, that head coach title kind of sketchy today. Head basketball coach. How about we just stick it with that? Kevin, how you doing, man?
I was doing well until you just said that, man. Okay, I know that they're head coaches and they're probably better than me at coaching, but you have to put me on blast like that, man.
I love you, brother. I love you, man. You still Kobe. You still Kobe. I'm Shaq. We still gonna do that.
Okay, I'll take that as long as you don't do that Pippen Jordan crap. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you stop. And then you did just mention that this is a nomination, so
yes,
certain Brian, her husband, actually nominated. That's right.
And that was a dope episode. Y'all go back and check that out.
They can't just they gotta check that one out as well as Jason's.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I told y'all this was a family affair. When we tell y'all became a part of the family, because Kevin and I, we don't do fans. We don't do followers. We only do family members around there. We were dead serious. That is about, hey, check this out. Before we get into this episode, we do got to ask you a small little favor. And this is your invitation to become part of our family. On the count of three in Sports Life Talk, You Got Next tradition. We need all of our new family members out there from coast to coast, volleyball fans alike, to smash that subscribe button. Ladies, are they ready? Your squad, they squad up. They ready?
We
gonna rise up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. I am your new play cousin. All right, well, check this out. If you welcome to the family, first and foremost, I promise y'all we appreciate y'all for making us a part of y'all lives. Kevin and I, we work hard to get you these amazing guests to tell you these stories. So listen, share this story with some more people. But hey, and we got over 200 episodes of stories. They probably won't be as creative as today, right? I think this is history. We're bringing some twins in the building. But I promise you, we got some stuff that'll entertain you. But Kevin, I don't know how you're going to do this, sir, but it is that time for the Sports Life Talk initiation.
Yeah, thank you for putting me on the spot. Well, B. Jones, before we go into the initiation, I do want to have a little confession, okay?
Okay, Usher.
And these are my, but hey, you can ask my wife this too, B. Jones, before you say, oh, you making this up. Growing up, I always wanted twins, girls. And I wanted to be like hoopers. So this is probably the closest I'm going to get to it, but y'all play volleyball. All right. So to initiate y'all into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists. And Natalie, we will start with you.
Ooh, okay. So I feel like people are going to clown me because it's like I pulled these off my iPod from, the 90s. But definitely my number one is my girl, Alicia Keys, because I just love her. Classic. Of course, Beyonce. Gotta get my
just drop something new too. A little fresh on the brain. Okay.
Yep. Her man, Jay-Z. I also rocked big time with him back in the day. Wow. And then, again, I'm old school, so Common. That was another one of my faves. And then I'm more into some more, like, Christian music now. Maverick City is definitely one of my top.
Yes. I'm gonna start doing something special for the people that say Maverick City, Kevin.
Yeah,
because
right?
that is some good music, man.
That's the fifth person, right? What's the fifth person?
We might be almost close to 7 or 8, man. Maverick City getting some love on this show. Chandler Moore, holler at your boy. All right.
But you can't really count either, so I can't trust you. All right, Nikki, so give us your top 5 music.
Okay, so look, I go straight up. I'm old school. I go Pandora all day. Okay, so I go by like my Pandora stations, my top 5 Pandora stations, because I do music and I am literally all over the place. So I got Anthony Hamilton Radio. Need that. Get my soul filled, right? I love T-Pain. Gotta get my T-Pain radio.
I'm here, drink.
Right? Okay, and then Jennifer Nettles. I do love old school country music.
Okay, I was about to say I ain't never heard of Jennifer Nettles. I was about to say
back in the day.
Okay.
For Sugarland,
Oh, Sugarland! I've heard of Sugarland. Okay.
For Sugarland, yeah. J-Boog, when you're out on the beach and you're just jamming, it's like brings you back to Hawaii, just chilling. So I got my J-Boog radio.
I ain't never heard of J-Boog neither. That's a new one to the show. Who is J? Tell us like
kind of feels.
Okay, I'm about to check out some J-Boog.
I got Danze Kuduro. So you got that.
Nikki, you know, we don't know who knows. I can't even repeat that name without being disrespectful.
Like good vibes, just like,
I like the way you move to it though. You you did your thing.
Yeah. I mean, when that song comes on, when any of his songs come on, you just like start.
Yeah, all right. Now you know your players looking at this, so I can already tell you are fun at practice because your players about you right now. That's Coach Nikki. That's Coach Nikki, y'all.
Practice. I run the playlist, so yeah.
So B. Jones, we got to give them 5, man. Give them 5.
You want to give them 5, KT?
Yeah, give them 5.
There it is.
Yeah.
I really want to ask my superhero.
We should have gave him 10 because it's times 2. Everything we do in this episode is multiplied. We got an X2 on this.
I thought about that too, man. But like I said, you can't really count and past 8. I didn't want you to get confused. So
now y'all see why I call him Pippin, right? Now y'all see where I come from because I mean, he come at you, boy. He my brother, you know what I'm saying? I love him, but we roast, we family.
Yeah. B. John, but I want to ask my superhero question. I'm gonna keep it to the sports team. So,
okay,
Nick,
let's go.
Give us your favorite sports teams.
Favorite sports teams? UC Riverside,
Of
right
course,
here.
Yes.
Got a shout out. This way on the camera. Got a shout out. Fossil Ridge. I'm a fan. Got a. Yep. Root for. I am Lakers all day. I'm Angel Nation.
Baseball?
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Orange County. I got like my Lakers. I got the Angels.
Okay. Everything south of LA. Everything south California. So, okay.
Yes.
Represent. What's okay.
Old school. I was a huge Baltimore Ravens fan because I was, Ray Lewis fan. Just everything about him was like everything I ever wanted to be as an athlete. But then I married into a Niner fan, so I'm also a huge Niner fan now. So it's my 5.
I can respect the Niners. I can respect the Niners and the Ravens. Both of those teams should make some noise this year. So you're gonna have a good year. I don't know about them Lakers though. That nursing home they call the Lakers.
Yeah,
they just paid LeBron like $40 million to be 40 years old, like $1 million for every year of age you get. that's the new Lakers contract.
I need that.
they know he gonna show up in shape though. B. Jones and do his thing.
Yeah, LeBron the truth. LeBron the truth. Yeah. All right, Natalie.
Yeah. Well, not to jump on Nikki's back, but of course, UC Riverside. Definitely one of my tops. Fossil Ridge Volleyball High School. I got to represent, but diehard Laker fan from the greatest years to the worst. Still a Laker fan. Named my youngest child Kobe after the late and great, of course. So diehard Dodger fan because that's how we grew up in LA. Total Dodger fan. And then football, I would say, I don't know, we grew up a Rams fan and we're sad when they left and excited for them to be back. So go Rams.
That ain't got nothing to do with the fact that they just won a Super Bowl, huh?
I mean,
just a little bit.
They would not grow up a Rams fan. It just happened to be a great year last year.
Yeah. At home.
And you just happened to train. What?
Say what?
I said you're quick to jump ship from the teams that we grew up with. All of a sudden now she's a Angels fan,
Ravens fan. Yeah.
I did tell my husband when Ray Lewis retires, I will hop over to the Niners. And in true fashion, they beat the Niners in the Super Bowl, and then he retired. Like, how perfect was that?
It almost kind of gave you permission. It was almost like I can't get more permission than that. We won a Super Bowl over your team. All right, I can respect that. The opposite of Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant goes and loses to the team, and then he wants to go join them. So yeah, it would have been different if you were a Niners fan and you lost and then joined the Ravens. I can respect that.
And that was the Beyonce Super Bowl too, wasn't it?
Shut it down.
Yeah.
What?
Where was it, Kevin? What city was it in?
That's not important. So on behalf of the SRT Nation, I want to welcome both of y'all to our family. So B. Jones, go ahead. It was in New Orleans. Go ahead and take
New Orleans, Louisiana. Put your L's up. All right, well, y'all, we already having a good time, so I don't need to reintroduce them. Nikki, Natalie, welcome to the show. Y'all are part of our family now. Let's talk some volleyball. And let's talk. You know what? I got to get in y'all business a little bit because Natalie said that we didn't grow up like that. So tell me what it was like, because y'all twins. I need to know some dirt. I need to know how the boys scene was and what was y'all switching our classes like on Moving with Richard Pryor. I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie or not. Did y'all have some fun being twins? Tell us a little bit about growing up out there.
Yeah, we definitely did. We did everything people always want to know. We switched classes. We tricked boys. One guy got really, really upset, so we stopped doing it after about junior high, I think.
Yeah, shout out, apology for that. My bad.
Yeah, Parkview Little League field. Yeah, my bad. That wasn't very nice.
You watching this episode right now, and she ain't have to do me like that. She ain't have to do me like that.
We change our hoodie and be like, okay, this is what we talked about last. So now ask him about this, and okay, tag team, go.
This is.
Go ahead.
Now, we just assume that twins are, you've seen the thing like twins can feel pain from the other one. And are y'all truly best friends? Because that's the image I get. Just vibing with y'all for 15 minutes, I kind of feel like this thing is, I would love to hang out because I know y'all have a good time. Y'all probably roasting and talking sports, talking trash. So y'all got a certain little chemistry about yourselves. Is that kind of how it's been all the way from day one? Y'all day one?
Oh. Yeah, it's kind of funny because even as babies, we had two cribs side by side, and we would literally climb over into the other one's crib. College, we shared an apartment. We pushed our bunk beds together so we could it was bad. I mean, I go visit her in Colorado. She sends Brian to the basement so I can snuggle with her.
Hey, shout out Brian, man. You a good man. So now I can tell y'all separate, yin and the yang. So whose idea, or how did y'all both fall in love with volleyball?
Yeah. We both played in high school and absolutely loved it. Played for a really great, top in the state high school. I went off to play volleyball and softball in college up at Colgate. And Nikki was a diehard softball. She was a pitcher. in softball. And so she went to play at Marist, and we told each other, okay, we're going to pick colleges based on where we want to go. We're not going to pick it on each other. So we did that. But yeah, she ended up coming over to Colgate. But as a pitcher, she wasn't able to play 2 sports just because the demands for it. But I was coaching college at Midwestern State at the time, and I was about to start up a volleyball club. And Nikki and her husband conveniently didn't have anything going on. So I was like, well, come out to Texas, stay with me, and let's start this club together. And she came out and lived with me, and we got this club going. It was called Ziva. We ran for 10 years, and we sent some teams to nationals. We sent so many kids, like over 50 kids to college to play volleyball. And yeah, really from there, she just took off with it and kind of has been coaching ever since. Now look at her.
That had to kind of be fun, right? You don't get to live with your adult siblings for a lot, so that was pretty cool. And then to work on the same type of venture. That sounds now let's talk a little bit about the playing. I hate to create a sibling rivalry, but who's a better volleyball player? Let's have it.
I mean, Natty definitely was. Natty.
Really? See Nikki said that quick. Now Kevin, it's your turn.
Now, if we want to talk softball, I mean, I was a pitcher. I was definitely more important.
There it is, softball. Hey, well, I think that's pretty. Yeah, you'll take it, huh? Yep. Now, what were your strengths on the court, though? When you did play volleyball, Nikki, what were your strengths?
Oh, I was just super scrappy. Like, even in softball, being a pitcher, when I wasn't pitching, I was on third base, like hot corner, So I would do whatever I had to do to get the ball up. I was just super scrappy defensively, like relentless pursuits. I was a monster back there. So,
and what about you, Natalie?
Well, I was fortunate enough to when I started college that the libero rule came into action. So if you're familiar at all with the positions in volleyball, there's a libero who is the defensive specialist, and they wear like the different color jersey and they stay in the back row. So yeah, that's what I did in college. Make sure the ball didn't hit the ground, basically.
Queen of the D.
All right.
Yeah.
So what's kind of unique is, so now we got UC Riverside. What you represent hardcore, and then you on the other side of this have kind of like a program, right, to where you're still helping those high school kids. Kind of tell me where we are on the volleyball map right now. We'll start with you, Natalie.
I coached in college for 12 years. I was a head coach for 5 of them. And when I got out, mostly for family, because Brian was also a college coach.
That's right.
All over the country. I figured we should probably live in the same time zone since we were married and had a kid at the time. But now we have a company together called Uprise Athletics Group. So he does the basketball side, I do the volleyball side, and we basically do development. So we help kids train, we do camps, clinics, academies, and then we do consulting, so helping kids find places to go play, helping college programs, helping other high school programs with like their culture and just setting up their systems and running their teams for the season. And then we also do events, so leagues, tournaments, all kinds of stuff. So, and then I also coach at high school.
And that's Fossil Ridge, right?
Yeah, Fossil Ridge.
I kind of assumed that when Fossil Ridge was the team. Shout out Fossil Ridge. So now, as far as the development side of this and helping these young ladies, do you do just female, or do you do men and female?
Yeah, we actually just started doing some boys stuff this spring.
Okay.
Boys volleyball is not that popular.
It's not at all. That was my lead up question.
Yeah, where we grew up in California, it was huge. I think our high school was like, we were known for boys volleyball way before football. But it's not like that in most places. So they're just starting to develop it out here in Colorado. So kind of just jumping on that. We did some clinics. We did some boys leagues this spring and this summer. So yeah, but my true heart and passion is to empower young women and, help them in this space and use sports as that vessel. So
have you seen more opportunities for females in volleyball, especially with like new rules like NIL? Is that allowing more revenue to be funneled to the sport and to make this more enticing to young ladies? Are you seeing any kind of difference in the last couple of years?
I think it's always nice to allow these athletes the opportunity to earn more money on the side if they can, you know, and I especially volleyball, like volleyball players, they're professionals at social media before they're professionals at volleyball. So if they can get the opportunity to like get seen and get sponsors, like all about it, I think it's been great. But I will say, as far as more opportunities, I think there's been more opportunities for women and minority women as coaches in volleyball lately. I think that is growing, which is great, because it was a women's sport that was run mostly by men.
Right. Men want to tell women what to do like they always do. It's crazy, ain't it? So let's switch the gears, because we talked about you taking them up, developing them, sort of the amateur side of this thing, and how you guys are grooming them. But now, Nikki, you got the full plate, right? You playing in a college schedule. You got to go through the Jimmys and Joes side of this. So you actually have to recruit to get talent. And I know UC Riverside is gorgeous, but I mean, that's still a beast, right? That's a burden that you got to carry. So tell us, what has that transition been like from you going from club ball to now going to a college team and the dynamics?
Yeah, I mean, the transition from, because even after club, when I moved back to California, I was at Cypress College, which is a JUCO. And so, grinding it out in the JUCO world, it's fun. And it was a great opportunity to learn recruiting hardcore, because you have to recruit nonstop. You got these kids for 1, maybe 2 years max, obviously, and it's just the turnover so fast. So that really helped a lot. And then, getting to the Division I level, the Big West Conference, it's amazing to be at a UC, because the academics sell itself, and volleyball players are pretty smart kids for the most part. And so, it's a great recruiting tool to talk about the UC system, the academics, the alumni network, all of that. But we're also recruiting against UC Irvine and UC San Diego and UC Santa Barbara, and like really good UCs that are not in Riverside, they're like on the beach.
Yeah.
So it's really just showcasing our culture and what we're about, and just, like Natalie said, just here to empower these young women through sport to create the best student athlete experience possible, and really feel like you're building something and leaving a legacy behind. And especially like as we're in this, really growing and building phase, at UC Riverside, my first year here, coming into a program with only 6 returners, and getting to build it back up to something that Riverside can be proud of. And so I'm just out there grinding, finding young women who want to be a part of building that.
Well, I'm so glad you talked about the POC aspect of this, because I personally think that we don't have enough exposure in sports like volleyball, especially coming up, from the hood. I'm sorry if that's, I don't want to offend nobody, but I'm from the hood. Kevin, he made fun of my state earlier today, but I got to give Kevin props on this, and I'm gonna stop down and give my brother some love. I go for him all the time, but Kevin has made it his mantra. He has made it his every mission to get African American coaches, female coaches. It really don't matter the color, but he wants to give exposure to the female sports out there. So where do y'all see, like, what needs to happen? What needs to happen? Because my daughter, I'm ashamed to say this, she about 6 feet tall. And I mean, I remember those volleyball tryouts, and I went out in the backyard and tried to work on her. I said, baby, she going to pick up a trumpet or something, because this ain't gonna work. She got to get this scholarship money another way. But what do y'all think needs to happen to help these young ladies to get to make the sport more attractive in the 4th, 5th, 6th grade, so y'all can get more, POCs and young African American women playing the sport?
No, I mean, honestly, it is such a thing in volleyball that in the past, it has not been a lot of minorities playing volleyball. I mean, it is a privileged sport. It's very expensive, and you're not going to get a lot of families and kids from inner cities or, like you say, the hood to come out and play because they can't afford it. It's just extremely expensive. And so, finding opportunities to get scholarship for club is one way, but I think also even just being able to see themselves in the sport. So like for me, I think it's extremely important to have women of representation. So my assistant coach is phenomenal. human being, Ariel Edwards. She's from Texas. She's a Black female, was an amazing volleyball player. But I recruit a lot of Black student athletes. So I want to make sure that my players have somebody that they can see and relate to and feel like, yes, this is my sport. You know, it has been such a white male dominated coaching field that it's intimidating for minority girls to be like, do I belong here? You know, and so to be able to, you know, hire more minority women to come in to be coaches, it gives these, you know, minority young girls just that, like, I do belong in the sport.
What about you, Natalie?
Yeah, I mean, feeding off of that, that's why we played softball club growing up. We wanted to play volleyball. We all had the skill to do it, but there was no way my family could afford for us to play club volleyball because, and even, you know, you get a scholarship through a club, you're still talking about the travel, I mean, hotels, and I mean, it's insane, and the season never stops. So, I mean, it's so much. I think really what we just need to do more of, and it's what we're able to do a little bit more with Uprise, is go in and start introducing the sport to these kids when they're younger, because I mean, they don't even know it exists really until 7th grade. Because even at 6th grade in a lot of places, they still don't have volleyball. So now you're a 7th grader and you're just now being introduced to it, unless you were doing club. And again, those kids are not playing club. So, you know, how do we go in and start just making it fun and introducing what it is at the age of 3 and 4, like soccer and basketball camps, you know? Yeah, this summer was probably my first time doing 3-year-olds. And I mean, I had so many young kids. And the thing is, too, is just creating the opportunity, you know, scholarshiping them if they can't afford it. Like, I'm never turning a kid down because of money. You just want to give them the opportunity, but we just have to do it at a younger age so they have a chance to learn it, to fall in love with it, you know, to grow that passion before it's finally introduced in schools at 7th grade. It's just so late.
Now, how technical of a sport is volleyball? I mean, in your own opinion, I mean, let's just be real. Is it hard to play? Because I had some trouble hitting that ball and getting it to go where I wanted to go. And I mean, I gave him some hell on the beach every once in a while, but man, that thing is moving. I mean, is it a very technical sport?
I mean, it's like a sport, but you find you're great at. And I think the fun thing about learning volleyball at a young age, like, I have 2 daughters. We started messing around with volleyball and just learning fundamentals that make it fun. Like, all right, puppet arms. Okay, 1, 2, 3, you know, or like, setting, like Supergirl finish. And all those fundamentals are things I still talk to my college players about. Hey, feed their hands up early. Let's go. Follow through. Yes. Okay.
Right. You just call it something different.
Yeah.
It ain't Supergirl no more. You better do it or you finna be over here on this bench, Clarice. So.
But it's like, there's so many fun ways to start learning it, and like the important parts of the game, the technical parts that they can totally comprehend at, 3 to 5 years old.
All right. Well, my last question about volleyball, and then I'll let Kevin ask a couple of questions here, is we talk to a lot of basketball coaches, and one of the things, I'm a football guy. And if you know football, when you're being recruited for football, they say, "Oh, he's a dual sport guy, right? He plays football during the fall, he plays basketball during the winter, he plays baseball during the spring, and then he runs track for the rest of the year, right?" And you just got on here and said you couldn't go to a university and be a pitcher and continue to play the sport you love. So is that a dynamic that needs to be addressed? I mean, are females given the opportunity to be multiple sport athletes? And because I'm just thinking, like, I always ask myself, what does it take for female basketball? And I don't feel like female basketball gets the best female basketball players, but I can see some dogs playing volleyball that would do amazing in basketball. And I've seen some point guards that would be amazing volleyball players, right? Do y'all feel like that's an issue? Is there any translation there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so big on multi-sport athletes, especially growing up. The thing that's really tragic right now that's happening is these clubs are taking over these kids' lives at such young ages and telling them, like, no, you can't play other sports. You have to just specialize in volleyball. And it's not helping the athlete. I mean, just the athletic movements and the agility and injury prevention of playing multiple sports. I mean, it's just so much overuse if you just do the same one over and over. Playing at the college level, we play Division I, so it's obviously a different commitment level. Volleyball and softball happen to be like opposite seasons, so that helps. Volleyball, basketball has that crossover. You're in volleyball playoffs and basketball preseason, and I had an athlete in college at a Division II who tried to do that, and it just unless you really have coaches who are on board for it, which I support it 100%, obviously, because I did it. I think it's just we get to share the best athletes. Why would you not? That's my opinion on it, but I definitely want to encourage and support more of the girls as they're growing up through middle school, through high school, especially, like, play all the sports, let these kids play, let their bodies develop. Yeah,
100%. You can tell when you get a volleyball player who's played soccer or basketball or done track, you can totally tell. And then the ones who have done volleyball their whole life. And you're like, let's move. You can definitely tell. All for it. I mean, I have a player I'm trying to recruit right now who wants to do track, and I'm like, let's talk about it. Let me go get the track coaches. We gonna share the scholarship. How we gonna work this? But it's like, I mean, she touches like 10 too. So yeah, of course I'm gonna let you be a jumper for track.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, it does. It is a lot. Division I. It's a big commitment. But, if the athlete has been doing it their whole life, it's nothing new to them,
All right. Well, Kevin, I got one more question. I'm sorry, Kevin. I told you I was going to give it to you. I got one more question. Because I know right now, I know it's somebody out there who got a daughter like myself, and they like, man, I should have shared this message with somebody, and you better do it right now. But I want to know what type of coaches y'all are, because I could tell Nikki, I'm like, okay, I could go in there and get trained under Nikki. she could teach me a thing or two. But Natalie kind of got that little eye, like, hey, don't come into my practice 2 minutes late. You're gonna be running these lines. So I need to know what type of coaches we dealing with right now, just in case a young lady watching this and they want to go to UC Riverside, or they want to become part of the Uprise family. Well, tell us a little bit about the ladies behind the curtain, right? When it's just practice going on.
Go ahead.
Look, they both Kevin in.
No, I mean, we've always kind of said Nikki's like the bubbly, like, hey world to everybody, but I'm a little bit more reserved. In the gym, I definitely have a big personality. I am highly demanding and truly.
Hey, 200 episodes, y'all. I've done this before. I knew it. I knew that was a coach. You don't want to mess around. You better be on it. Pull your knee pads
but you
up.
know what? Like, I love these kids. I'm 100% like, what can I do to serve them, to bring out the best in them? And a lot of that, like, the empowerment comes from like putting the challenges and not giving into it, and like allowing them to fight through it and fight through the failure after failure. Because, when you can stay hard on them and you make that, you draw the line in the sand, like, this is what's required, and they overcome it, they achieve it. I mean, it's just such an empowering thing for young women to be like, I never thought I was going to make it, and you didn't budge on it, and I did it now, and it's like, imagine what else you're going to be able to do. And so, I think I don't know that I would say more stern or whatever. I don't know what it is about me. My players are always scared of me. I think I'm really approachable. And maybe it's less scary in one-on-ones, or maybe it's more scary. I honestly, I don't know. I've been trying to figure this one out, so maybe you guys could let me know. Maybe Nikki smiles more. She uses more hands. I don't
She's super girly. That's why she uses Supergirl technique the whole time.
I gotta start. No, I literally, my last year we had a team. It was just, we were scared of everything. And I got all the kids together and I was like, what are you guys scared of? And one girl just blurted out, you. Okay.
Y'all heard everybody. She's right. You need to be scared of me. Now let's go out and win this game.
No, I mean, I love these girls. I would do anything for them. I would move mountains for them. I mean, whatever I could do to see them succeed and reach their dreams. Like, I'm their biggest cheerleader. I definitely am demanding, but like, I am also celebrating them with twice the excitement and energy. So yeah, maybe it just takes a little bit more time to get warmed up to me.
For sure.
What about you, Nikki?
So clearly you can tell I'm the nice twin. She's the not.
The yin and the yang. The angel and the demon.
Both get the same, right? No, but I am shout the praises, drive by the critiques. My biggest thing, especially just being at this level right now, like these young women, the transfer portal, the way that Division I volleyball has kind of turned into such a transactional thing. Like these young women feel it, they can feel when, the pressure's on the coach and I need you to win so I can keep my job, and they just feel that they're so transactional and it's not the connection and the relationship, that they don't truly authentically really care about them. And so for me, I am a true definition of a Cancer. I am a motherly instinct connector. I want to bring the best out of you I see inside your soul. I want to connect with you. The players who don't connect with me right away, like the Virgos, it takes some time, but it's okay.
I'm a Virgo. And I want to... all y'all Virgos out there, y'all go play for Coach Nikki. Y'all quit playing. Stop overthinking it.
Just let me in. But I am definitely all about the process, and I don't do a whole lot of like, what are you doing? Or nothing. I just, nope, we need to be better about this. Start back at 0. Let's go. And so I'm very clear, in practice with my intention and why we do what we do. And, when we got to break it down, but hey, when it's game time and we're playing for real, I have a lot of fun. I mean, I get excited. It's volleyball. It's an exciting sport.
It's a game. It's a game, period. At the end of the day, it is all a game for our fun, for our entertainment, to build character, to build morale, to just build teams, to bring a nation together. It is a game, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all stop fighting at the 49er and the Rams games, please.
And I will say this. One of my mentors, Mick Haley, he said, if you find yourself coaching a lot in a game, you didn't do your job in practice.
Ooh, that's over all sports. Mm-hmm. That's over tiddlywinks. It don't matter what it is. If you in the game, you trying to coach now, you waited too late.
Yep.
All right, so B. Jones, can I ask my one question? So
I still got more questions, but you can have it, bro. You can have it, man.
Good Lord. Okay, so Natalie, when I was saying earlier I wanted to go to the store, we heard a story on the show with Brian about a Diet Coke. So can you tell us the real story on how y'all got together?
Yeah. So I was an assistant coach at Midwestern State. Brian was an assistant at Abilene Christian, which back in the day, they used to be in the same conference. So we were there playing a volleyball match, and it was warm up. And like every pregame, I had to go find my pregame caffeine fix. So I'm wandering the hallways, and he just happens to be the only person in the hallway. So I asked him if there's a Coke machine. He's like, yeah, let me just follow me. And he takes me all around the building, and he's like, well, maybe there's not one in this building. I know there's one in this other building. So he takes me across like the street to another building, and he's like trying to get in, and he can't get in. And I'm like, do you even work here? Like, I'm new. I don't know my keys, whatever. So I'm like, are you a player? And so I get to the point, I'm like, hey, I got to get back. Like, we're about to start the game. Like, everyone's wondering where the coach is at. So I rush back. We do our warm up. I get back to the sideline, and one of my players is like, hey, coach, this guy left a Diet Pepsi on the sideline for you. And I was like, oh, that's sweet. I mean, it's Pepsi. I'm not really a Pepsi girl, but, the thought that counts. So
y'all stop drinking Pepsi. I don't care if we just lost a Super Bowl endorsement. Pepsi nasty. Stop making that.
I agree.
Like, the thought that counts, okay.
I don't want your money, Pepsi.
Yeah. And so after the game, he just, was stalking the hallway, waiting for us to come out. And
stalking?
Well, I was about to say, I was a little scared for you when you was wandering the halls. When you was following them through the halls, I was like, this sounds like out of a Netflix documentary right now. So.
Well, then, so he offers to fax our team food order. And of course, I'm looking at him like, do you even know how to work a fax machine? Come on. Let's be real. So anyways, I'm like, sure, go ahead. Yeah. And then he gives me his business card and I email him. And, we dated for a little bit, didn't for a lot of it. And we were best friends for a really long time. And then when I moved back to Texas, we became more than friends. And he finally got me that Diet Coke along with this ring. So it was clutch.
There it is.
That said, it was like a Diet Coke shirt and, future Mrs. Burton, will you marry me? And the Coke bottle, So he finally got me the Diet Coke.
So I want to know this: when he handed you that business card, did you know what time it was? That's what everybody around here want to know. Is did you know what time it was when that card was given?
Yeah, I mean, of course,
It's okay. That means that the journey was well worth it because he had sold himself and he needed a few extra minutes, so he took you to the next building. He did what he had to do. But when the call was exchanged, it was on the pod.
He didn't tell us about the whole stalking part. He didn't tell us that. He left that out. There was an omission. So y'all make sure y'all go watch that episode.
Right. So we just casually ran into each other in the hallway again.
No, he said he was thirsty. He said he said he was going. He went above and beyond to get that Diet Pepsi. He knew. See, you didn't know what time it was until you got that business card. But he knew what time it was when he saw you walking down the hall. He said, "Excuse me, is this what you need? What you need right now? I'm gonna go get that." So that was an easy answer for him. Now, Miss Nikki married.
Can you be quiet, B. Jones? I got this.
My bad. Do your thing. I'm excited. This is You Got Next special, Kevin. I'm sorry.
Listen, everybody that's watching this show or a fan of the show, they know that you're the mouth of the South. But damn it, be quiet. It's my turn. All right,
I'm quiet.
Well, why are you still talking? All right, Nikki. So tell us about you and your husband and how y'all met.
And old school in a sense. Right back like 12 years ago when it was just Match.com and eHarmony. We met on eHarmony.
Now I'm surprised that that's the way. I mean, because let's just be real. You got a smile that sunk 1,000 ships. So I mean, saying, what was going on with the rest of the fellas that was living in the same area?
In the wrong area.
Let me tell you, I was living in North Hollywood, Studio City, and it was, trust me, I had like a date every other weekend.
Okay.
Weekend. Okay. That was never the problem, but it was like, hi, I'm such and such. I am a actor / personal trainer. Hi, I'm such an actor / waiter. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, can I just like date somebody normal, please? That's not in the industry, And so it was a lot of figuring out what I really wanted and what I'm about. And I was just done. I was so done with like, same story, different dude, different diet, onto it. And then one of my best friends, actually, I went to college with and played softball with. She had brought her date to this wedding that we all went to, and she met him on eHarmony. And I'm like, what? You're like gorgeous. Like, I thought that was for like people who couldn't get a date, And she was like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was just hard, just meeting somebody randomly. And she's like, the profiles are insane. Like, they're super in depth. She's like, whatever. If anything, sign up for it to help you get over your ex, blah, blah, whatever. Literally signed up for my membership. Took me the whole flight from JFK to LAX to sign up my profile. And I was so overdue. I was like, this is me. Take it or leave it. Whatever.
Your profile had the little sass and everything, huh? It had a little neck pop in the description. Okay.
I was so over dating. I was like, this is me. Take it or leave it. Whatever. And I literally met him like 2 weeks later. I was like, oh, damn, he's so different. I mean, he was from completely opposite than every guy I had ever dated before. And I was like, wow, I was really missing the mark on that.
Well, I'm going to tell you, both of y'all are missing the mark on some wonderful money right now, because you need to be hollering at Diet Coke. They need to be paying for that story to be publicized. And eHarmony definitely need to have you in some commercials. I'm trying to tell you, everybody be around this thing drinking Diet Coke on eHarmony. I can see.
I know. I was like, look, just celebrated our 10-year anniversary a couple months ago.
Congratulations.
Daughters, like eHarmony, man, they know what they're doing.
All right, B. Jones, go ahead and take us out of here, man.
Oh man, it's over already. All right, well, we got to talk. The title of the show is "You Got Next," so we got to talk about the future. We'll start with UC Riverside. We're gonna talk a little X's and O's now. If I get online and I'm watching the UC Riverside game, what am I going to expect? What does the future hold?
We are a gritty, crazy, energetic, relentless team. We fight. Every single person on this roster has got a chip on their shoulder. You know, we've all come from something. We're all trying to add to this program and make it better than how we found it, you know, and leave a legacy behind. And so you're going to find some energy, some grit, some fight, all of that.
All right. In Fossil Ridge, it's time when the season starts. What we got? What do we have to look forward to?
Yeah, we talked about it today. We got 5 seniors on our squad. It's a lot. We got a lot of experience, a lot of talent. Yeah, we'll see everybody at state. That's what we'll be this year.
Ooh, she already told y'all. Everybody in division, right y'all now. Better look out. Kevin, you want to do something? This is impromptu. You want to do a 1 round, winner take all, championship round. 1 round, winner take all. You sure? Scared.
No, the reason no, because
it's gonna be the legacy one. We can do the legacy one.
No, but B. Jones, we promise a certain amount of time. Look at the time we're in now. They have kids.
All right.
Okay, well, go ahead. Go for it, B. Jones.
All right, well, I'll go first since I won the last episode. Now, this is a game we call championship rounds. This is what Kevin and I, we go against each other. Y'all are calling the shots. So it's our version of Would You Rather, okay? So both Kevin and I will present to you an option. We're only going to do 1 round. Normally, we do 3 rounds. And today's topic is going to be legacy. We always ask this question, and we get crazy answers every single time. So I'll go first. Would you rather go forward 3 generations and look back and see the legacy that you left on this earth, or
go back in the past and meet your ancestors to see where you came from?
Future.
Oh.
This is why they want to do it. I knew I was going to lose for some reason. That's why they want to do that.
In the belt. Hey, that's that OT. That's how you win it, Kevin. Oh my goodness. Hey, off the cuff took the championship back. Thank you, ladies. Thank y'all. I'm about to get off here and drink me a Diet Coke, man. Lord knows I need it. All right, Kevin, I'll let you have it, man.
Yeah, leave me alone. All right, so do y'all have any shout-outs y'all want to give?
Oh, man. Can I just shout out, speaking of amazing husbands, man, he made all of this happen. Me going from, club to coaching JUCO and not making damn near nothing to being like, I got it, you pursuing your dreams. And, here I am now as Division I head coach. And I'm just so blessed. He's amazing. He's like full-time dad and full-time job. Jerron Cannon, you're a real one.
Jerron Cannon. We appreciate you, sir.
We do.
Yeah, I mean, kind of feeding off of that, my husband he's my ride or die outside of twin. But yeah, I mean, so blessed that we have these parallel lives of college coaching to what we're doing now. We get to not only be married to each other and raise 3 beautiful little girls, but we get to work together and build a company that's going to change youth. And speaking of youth, yeah, and I just super blessed that he supports me and everything. And, when it came down to it, like, he was willing to get out of college coaching so that he could be present and be with our family and with our daughter who has special needs. And so, yeah, daddy of the year, husband of the year, every day.
Now, I've seen some pictures of your husband, Nikki, on Instagram, but Natalie, whenever I see you and Brian together, I swear, his smile is like up to here. He loves you to death. Now, Nick, I know yours does too, but I'm just saying we got history with Brian. He really hard.
Yeah, he does, and he is not afraid to show it. So I'm not like the mushy, like, physical and public type, and he definitely is. So he brings me out of that comfort zone. But yeah, he's obsessed and he's proud of it. And I appreciate that.
All right. So normally I go to this whole spiel on who we want to bring on next. So I just want you two to just nominate somebody that you want to see next on our show. So we should have two different ones.
Oh, two different ones.
Yes.
Oh, well, I would say first off, Ashley Preston. She's one of my mentors. She hired me at Cal State Fullerton, gave me my first Division I assistant, experience and opportunity. She's at University of New Orleans. When y'all talk about New Orleans.
UNO? Okay.
She's a head coach at UNO, and she's just a phenomenal Black woman who has empowered me so much and has really taught me so much about the importance of just, representation in the sport. And yeah, she's a phenomenal human being. She would be great. And she's fun. She's good times.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. If I had to pick somebody, so I'm going to actually say Nikki's assistant, Ariel Edwards, who is also a former player of mine. So played for me at Midwestern State for a couple of years, worked for our club, took our team to nationals to a second place finish, was in Texas coaching at a high school, and basically told her, you got to get out and go to Cali and work for Nikki, get your D1 college coaching game started, and she is going to be next. She is a real deal. She is so gifted in connecting with young women. She's such a gifted player. I mean, she could have played at really anywhere. I mean, the fact that she was at Midwestern blew my mind. But I mean, such an amazing human, and she definitely is a rising star when it comes to minority women coming up in this game as coaches.
All right, so we got Ariel, and Ashley. You are on the clock. Before we sign off of this thing, I know there's somebody that want to get plugged in with y'all. I would be remiss if I didn't ask. Can y'all give us y'all IG handles or Twitter handles or any way somebody can get in contact with you ladies?
Yes, of course. Mine is just NI_Cannon. Keep it simple. Hit me up on that.
Oh, she gotta find it.
I know, isn't that terrible? Okay,
I'm the same way. Kevin texted me, he said, "Man, this is your ID."
So mine is Coach_Natty B.
All right. Well, y'all go follow him. Y'all show him some love. Because this journey is going to be crazy. I can't wait to get locked in and see y'all teams play this upcoming year. But Natalie, Nikki, the Yin Yang twins, y'all got next. Y'all are so impressive. We so excited to have y'all as part of our family. And we going to keep the tradition going. We're going to keep this thing going. We got some new people that y'all recommended. It sounds like they kind of family too. So we're going to keep rocking and rolling in sports, life, Talk Nation. Wait, I'm telling y'all, this thing is serious, man. We ain't playing with y'all. We 10 toes down and our noses are pointed up, and we just need y'all one more time to show us some love, show us some favor right now. Share this episode. I know it's somebody in mind. There's some kids out there, somebody that want to be a volleyball coach. I don't know. This message is for a lot of different people. Please share this episode, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button. If you do smash that subscribe button, you get to come hang out with Kevin and I every Wednesday night. We go live at 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. We stream on YouTube, and if you smash the subscribe button, you get notified. You just come and be a part of the family, right? We got a live show. It's the people in the comments roasting Kevin on his horrible takes about the Dallas Cowboys and all of that foolishness. So come be a part of this.
Stop doing that.
Come be a part of this, and we would love to see you. And we're giving out some free swag. In order for you to get some free merch, all you got to do is go to our IG page, Sports Life Talk. Kevin, I don't know how we don't have it on the screen, but Sports Life Talk on IG. Tag 5 friends in. Let us know your size and what colors you want. We're gonna shoot you over that UC Riverside blue, white, and gold, or we might send you the black and white rise version. It don't matter. Whatever you want, just shout it out, and we're gonna send it to you because we showing mad love. 2022 has been a blessing, and we want to be a blessing. Kevin, I don't know, man. What am I forgetting, sir?
I should have talked to Brian before the show and let him know that, hey, you got to let them know that I'm the one that's been doing all the talking to them, and then they get on championship rounds and they just let me down. But no,
do I need to pull the belt out? Do I need to remind you?
No. I've seen enough of your belt. But hey, thank y'all so much for rocking with us. This has been one heck of a show. The energy, like I said, the yin and the yang. This is perfect. It's just like B. Jones and I. He's the yin. I'm the yang. Blase.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much for rocking with us. We really appreciate it. And shout out to Brian, man.
Yang in this thing. Yin yang in this thing. All right, Sports Like Talk Nation, we love y'all. Y'all stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another because together we are better. And keep dreaming big, young ladies, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet. Get low. Get low. That's what you need to be a Labrea, don't it? Got to get low.
It's Libero. Okay.
Yeah.
Libero, yeah. Libero.
See what's crazy is I knew you had next because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, just a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me.